Time is running out for TikTok, one of the most popular social media apps in the country.
That's right. In fact, 170 million users in the U.S. alone use TikTok. But it could shut down by Sunday if the U.S. Supreme Court does not intervene.
7 News Detroit reporter Rudolph Sinaida sat down with some of the most influential TikTok stars in Metro Detroit about how the app going dark would change their entire livelihoods.
TikTok is one of the most influential apps in the country. And sure, it's great for a laugh or a funny video, but if the app goes dark, there won't be much to laugh about for the local content creators who depend on it for their businesses and livelihoods.
Over a cup of coffee at Coffee and Bark in Berkeley Wednesday, we gathered the brightest local TikTok creators specializing in Detroit lifestyle.
I like to say that I romanticize Detroit.
Food and culture.
What's up, my Detroit fam? I'm trying 3 Detroit brand sauces, and I was like, I want to promote Detroit as well, so that's why I created Detroit Dar.
And business.
I created Healthy Roots dolls because I never had a doll that looked like me growing up.
These influencers are at the top of their game with a combined 312,000 followers on TikTok. But that could all change by the end of this week. Last year, Congress passed a law that forces TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, to sell its U.S. operation or face a ban, citing China as a national security risk. That ban goes into effect Sunday.
So for a lot of us, the app is just silly. It's just fun. But how has the app really leveled up your careers?
Aside from just changing my life, I've gotten a lot of feedback from local businesses that have told me that I've significantly impacted their business, whether that's getting more foot traffic into them, and I'm sure you've done a similar thing, Dar.
By including them in your TikToks.
Right, so yes, it's helped me, but it's helping, I think, the community as well.
For Yalitza Jean Charles specifically, TikTok is also a way to sell. She's the founder of Healthy Roots Dolls.
Are you on TikTok Shop?
We are. We were one of the first on TikTok Shop. We tested it in early February of 2023, and we saw so many sales coming in.
TikTok has been arguing the move violates free speech, but the federal government is adamant the app is a security risk. These creators disagree.
If we're going to have this conversation about TikTok, we need to have it about everyone. Because if we're really going to talk about protecting people's data, let's actually protect people's data.
The plan now for Yalitza, Anna, and Dar is to move on to other platforms like Instagram and YouTube, but they're not sure if they can replicate their successes there. No matter what, though, they will try.
Even if the app goes down, your talent and your skills do not go with it. So many people have learned content creation, how to build an audience, how to build a community. That's something you're going to take with you regardless of whether or not TikTok exists.
If the ban goes through, your TikTok app won't delete. It will just most likely glitch. Now, it's unclear when or if the Supreme Court will rule on this. They were expected to Wednesday. They did not. If no one intervenes, TikTok goes dark January 19th. In Berkeley, I'm Rudolph Sinaida, 7 News Detroit.